Hey guys, I'm Danny Wada, and I'm going to show you guys a couple tips for filming better videos at home, whether that's on an actual camera or on your iPhone. So tip number one is light. You want to use the best light available to you. In this video, I'm not using anything other than a big window light. I have no ring light or professional video lights of any kind. All I've done is I've opened the blinds all the way up, or go ahead and open your curtains and use some nice window light in your home. Everybody has windows. Even on a cloudy day, you're still gonna get some nice window light. So what I've done is I've turned off my overhead lighting. The reason why you wanna turn off your overhead lighting is because it can be some gross yellow or orange tinting on your skin. And also you're gonna have some overhead shadows, which is gonna be unappealing. So if you just have like a nice big window light is great. Tip number two is addressing your subject matter. So what I'm doing is I'm looking at you guys directly in the lens, so it looks like we're having a conversation. I'm not looking at an external screen, and I'm not looking at the back of my iPhone. I'm looking at you guys in the lens. You want to look and frame yourself before you actually start recording, so that way you can just look in the lens and you don't actually have to look at the screen, because then it looks kind of weird, like you're looking off camera and you're not looking at the subject matter at all. So always look in the lens. Step number three is lens selection. If you don't have an actual camera or camcorder, use your iPhone. iPhones are great these days, or any other mobile device. When you're recording though, don't use your front-facing camera that you would for a FaceTime call. Use the back camera. Those lenses are much higher quality and it's gonna produce the best result. So go ahead and put your camera on a tripod or a book or a shelf and frame yourself before recording the video, so that way you know what it looks like, and then just try to stare at the lens the entire time, or have somebody try to help you out. The next tip is background. I'm a couple feet away from my background, and I made sure to tidy up my shelf and make sure there's no cords hanging out or books scattered around or coffee mugs. You know, you want to make sure that your background looks nice and clean. If you're doing it on just a white wall or something like that, go ahead and step out just a couple feet, and then it'll almost kind of blur the background a little bit and make it more professional looking. The next tip is audio. You want to get the best audio from your device. So what I'm using right now is a lav mic. Now you're going to hear what it sounds like for the built-in mic, which the audio quality is not as good. Now I'm going to go to the iPhone. The iPhone is maybe 3.5 feet away from me or less, and this is the quality you're getting from the iPhone, talking right to the iPhone. Another thing you can do for audio is use another device, whether that's an iPad or another mobile device. You know, many households have at least 2 iPhones, or an iPhone and an iPad, or some kind of device like that. So what you can do is you can open up the Voice Memos app, like I've done on this phone right here, and I can talk to this one. To get the best audio quality, you want to put the microphone as close to your mouth as possible. Another really nice thing about the Voice Memos app is that you can actually lock the screen and it'll still keep recording. So even though the screen is locked, this is still recording, and this is the sound coming out of the Voice Memos app, which is pretty awesome. And then you can just tap on the screen to wake it up and you can see that it's still recording. So having another device and being able to record the Voice Memos app is amazing, because you're gonna get better quality of talking to a device right next to you rather than talking to your iPhone 3 or 4 feet away. If you only have one device, that's totally fine, because you're still gonna get pretty good audio quality only 3 or 4 feet away, like I'm talking to this iPhone right now. Now we're gonna look at the audio quality coming from my mouth talking to this iPhone right now. Now we're gonna get the audio quality talking to the mic directed to the main camera right now. If you're gonna be using your phone for the Voice Memo app, what I would recommend doing is you wanna get the best sound quality as possible out of it. So to do that, we're gonna just switch a quick setting. You're gonna go to the settings, scroll down to Voice Memos, click on Voice Memos, go to audio quality, and it's gonna say compress. We're gonna wanna switch that to lossless. Lossless is a much higher quality audio setting, and then it'll also let you do things in post-production like manage EQ and other presets. So we're just gonna switch that to lossless, and then you're good to go. The only thing about using 2 devices, you know, one for camera and then one for audio, is you're gonna have to match them up in post-production somehow. One really easy way of doing that is a clap. So all you're gonna do is you're just gonna clap in front of your face. You ever see in movies when people use a slate? It looks like this, and there's the clapper. The reason they do that is so that way they can match up what you're seeing and then match up the audio, and they see a big waveform spike. It's the easiest way to match something up, so that way you don't have to look at 2 different waveforms of your voice and try to see exactly where it lines up. So I know that all sounded really confusing, so let me show you what it looks like when you actually stack a couple waveforms on top of each other. All you're taking is the video clip, the audio clip, and you're sandwiching them on top of each other so it lines up with the audio, and that big clap or slate will actually really help you line up the audio really easily. So let me show you how I do that. Okay, so all we're gonna do is I'm gonna go up here, I'm gonna find my video clip. So here's my video clip. I'm just gonna go ahead and drag my video clip down here. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go find my audio clip. And for this purpose, we're gonna use the audio clip from like the iPhone from earlier. So I'm just gonna grab my iPhone recording and I'm gonna put it right underneath it. So that way I know this is audio and the top one is video. And you can do this with any software. Currently I'm using Final Cut Pro 10, but you can use this in iMovie or any other kind of video editing software. So what I'm doing is I'm looking for that clap, because I know in the beginning of both takes, I started the video portion first and the iPhone recording second, but I can see that it almost looks like it's lined up here, and then over here I can really see that clap. So I'm just gonna kind of zoom in and then move that audio source so it's as close together as I can make it, so that way it lines up the clap for the audio and the video. And then what I can do is I can lower my video or whatever track I want, so that way it's going to sound the best. So now only the iPhone audio is playing and the video is only doing video, no audio. And what happens is it lines up perfectly on that clap. If I turn up the volume on the audio and video for the camera itself, it lines up perfectly. And that's how you line up audio and video. I hope you guys enjoyed these tips today, and for more, follow along on my YouTube or reach out to me directly at Danny Wada on Instagram. Talk to you guys later. Bye.